Hello, sports fans. Mauricio here. Well, I wanted to make you a video to kind of show the overall picture of what we're doing and where we're going. I mean, we're working on data modeling. Um, we're building several tables, connecting them with our data model in SQL using SSMS, a DBMS, database management system. Um, and then we're saving data and updating data and then making some reports and making some charts. And that's about it. And the hope, so I have a set of homeworks and they're going to create this system, which I'm about to show you. And the hope is that you make your own system and play around and self-develop and build your skills and have some fun and build your skills and work on your resume and make some projects for your portfolio. And you will be hired on your portfolio, not on your knowledge. That's my belief. So this video is for Pullman 372 students. You're gonna have 80% SQL and maybe 15% Visual Studio, which you're looking at, and 5% Power BI. And for the global campus crowd, you have a 7 or 8 week course on the SQL, and then a 372, and then a 7 or 8 week course 325. So in Pullman, I don't teach 325, so they're just going to get 2 or 3 weeks of this content. So you can see the larger picture. Again, we're using 3-tier design. The database is a SQL Server. The mid-tier is all the business logic and the code that does the data processing, inserts, updates, deletes, making reports, updating things, all that good stuff. Then the top level is the human interaction, which you see a web page here, ASP.NET within, made from Visual Studio. And we'll also have some graphs for the top level so you can see some charts. So 3-tier design, a database, mid-tier, so we're putting all the really juicy, powerful code into SQL stored procedures, and the top level just kind of controls the human so they don't have garbage in, etc. And they have a nice facility to work with. So just to show this a little bit, we can add a new product. I have a bunch of products here. I'm not going to type one in. But you have a product, and so the overall scenario is a Shopify website. I'm kind of interested in Shopify. I know many people are or have eBay sites. So we're building a sales and inventory reporting and transaction processing system. So we're going to process sales. We're going to look at our customers, and so we're going to have registered customers, and we're going to have products from vendors, and we're going to sell the products to customers on an invoice, and the invoice is going to have many line items. Then we're going to make a bunch of reports using SQL group by queries. And what are the best-selling products, and which are the customers buying the most, and what should we reorder? We have a limited amount of operating capital. What should we reorder? Well, reorder what's selling. Well, what's selling? Well, give me a report. And all of this could be painfully time-consuming, or all of this can be simplified and made much easier. So we're building a Shopify sales and inventory system that handles transactions and handles reporting, and there's some graphing in here as well, because we're bringing in Power BI. So we have products into different categories. We have a certain amount of stock for each product, and then we buy them and sell them, and then we have a preferred vendor. Which vendor we're going to buy this product from, and then we have some metrics in this particular dimension table. So transaction tables are storing the sales details of the invoice. Each one of those is part of a transaction called a sale. We could certainly do other systems like the transaction would be receipt to stock, or the transaction may be something totally different. But again, I'm going to build this system, and you're going to build this system, and I'll in the homework I'll get you to build another little system, and then at the end of the course, or hopefully during the course, you'll build your own system, and hopefully your creativity will just blossom. So MIS majors, it's not about knowledge. It's about what can you do, your experience, your track record, your portfolio. So it's not like you can just talk your way into a job. No. MIS is like a piano recital or a guitar recital. You show up at 2:00 and play your guitar, and we'll decide if we want you in our band. So you don't come and just tell us how good you are. No, show us. Show me the money. So this dimension table, but I hope you really enjoy this. If I am really in love with coding, and been teaching it for 20 years, and made good money as a consultant, making custom systems for people, mostly reporting systems. But the hope is that you get inspired to make your own systems. I'm going to show you inserts, updates, deletes, store procedures, triggers, procedures, variables, arrays. I'm going to show you all the building blocks. The hope is that you're like, wow, okay, let me build something. And what you want to do is build, by the end of the semester, you want to build a system that's of your design, that's interesting to you, and that when you're on a job interview and they're like, what did you learn lately? Then you just start talking about the system you're building. It's very obvious that your enthusiasm will gush. Even for people that don't like talking in public, your enthusiasm will just come out of you because you're talking about something you made. And that's the goal, to get you hired. I'm just here to get you hired. So don't hate me. Don't hate the coach that's trying to lift you up. Well, I'll stop now, but I have a long history of students. Some students think I'm the enemy, but then I get emails. Hey, I didn't like you when I was in college, but I just got promoted, and I just wanted to thank you for, instilling in me the confidence and the skills. Okay. All right, so we got to try to keep this 11 minutes here. So there's some, I'll stop pontificating. There's some metrics in this dimension table. When's the last time this product was sold? Products that haven't been sold in a long time. Maybe you shouldn't buy anymore. How many units total did we sell of each product? How much revenue was generated, profit generated by this particular product? So it looks like we make a good deal of money from orange shirts, and not so much from red shirts, for example. And we have some other metrics here we'll get to another day. So we can add products. We could bring up one of the products and make some changes to it. We have automated reordering. This isn't going to produce the orders, but it's certainly going to tell us what we should order. So that's interesting. So you start, module 1 is by creating projects. Module 2, we create a products table, add products. Module 2, we have a customers table and add customers and edit them. Module 3, we start updating things, and maybe even a little earlier than that. And then at some point, we make sales of the products to the customers. So I have a new sale here. So let's sell to Burrow Lives a couple of tank tops. So this is an ASP.NET web page, and it's calling the stored procedures. So we'll add that line item, and then we get a nice message. So we'll clear that out, and then maybe we'll get a couple of Coug hats. Go Cougs. And we'll get a tank top for a friend, so it can be the orange family. All right, and then complete sale. Now when we complete the sale, it's doing some other things, which we'll get to. We're going to store the invoice by line items in a sales details table, and then we're going to condense the line items into like sales summary table, which allows me to teach you the insert into, select star from, group by. Awesome code. So we're doing sales, and there's a lot of updating going on. There's a bunch of reporting. We have sales by week, sales by day of week, Sunday, Monday, sales by customers, and it can even connect to Power BI. So I'll let this pop up. Before I show the Power BI graphs that I have, just sample graphs, I wanted to show the data model. This isn't the complete data model, but this is our data model. We have products, and products are part of assigned to categories. So you might want to see which category of your products are selling better, clothing versus, I don't know, something else, health and beauty aids. We're going to have, near the end of the course, we're going to have reordering a couple different ways, and I'm even going to ask you, how would you handle reordering? And we have sales details. So the sales details table is the transaction table. The rest of these tables are dimension tables. You make the reports off of the sales details table, and you use the rest of the tables to categorize. So sales by category, sales by product, sales by customer. I don't have here the vendors table, and another extension could be geography. Customers get assigned to towns or cities or whatever. But this is most of the data model, and you'll be building this throughout the semester. And so there's rules about how you build data models, and I hope that you learned them well. So I'll just finish out here. Here's one of the reports. So this is a Power BI report within ASP.NET web page. So it's pretty nice. So I guess we're selling a lot on Sunday and not so much on Saturday. Anyway, that's our intro to the course. I really hope this encourages you to develop your own content and lift yourself up. Take care.